Good morning, everyone. Today we are in day 11 of our regular SAP FICO session. Before this, we have already completed 10 sessions, and in those 10 sessions, we have understood different aspects of accounting and reporting. And linking to SAP software, we have done at a very minimal level. From today onwards, we will talk more about SAP and how the business processes are managed in SAP. So, before we move forward, let us try to understand what SAP is. So, SAP is an accounting software or accounting ERP like Tally, JD Edward, Oracle, etc. And SAP has major market share globally, and it is a German software. Now, let us talk about different ways to manage SAP. First way is to manage it on premise, second is to manage it on cloud. And within cloud also, we have two ways to manage it, that is the public cloud and private cloud. Now, what is on premise and what is cloud? What is public cloud and what is private cloud? We'll try to understand these terminologies. On premise means platform, software, infrastructure, everything has to be owned and managed by the company itself. Cloud means the infrastructure, software, platform, those are managed by cloud providers. And within cloud, we have public cloud and private cloud as bifurcation. So, if it is public cloud, the infrastructure, that is the hardware and software, are shared. And if it is private cloud, there is a dedicated infrastructure provided for each client. Again, if we talk of public cloud, we have a limited customization option. If we talk of private cloud, we can customize our business processes comparatively more than what we can do in public cloud. This is one part. Now let us try to understand what kind of organizations opt for on-premise and what kind of organizations opt for cloud, and within cloud, public cloud and private cloud. So the organization that are very large, that have more customization requirements, and as they have industry specific or company specific business processes, so those go for on-premise. Similar is the case for private cloud. If the companies are very large, they have specific business requirements which cannot be met with SAP standard solutions, then they go for private cloud. Again, the difference between private cloud and on-premise is owning and managing the infrastructure. In on-premise, everything is managed by companies. In private cloud, they are managed by the cloud providers. Although there is a dedicated infrastructure in private cloud as well. But the nature of companies that go for on-premise and private cloud are the same. And the companies which are small and mid-size and which have standardized processes generally go for public cloud. So now we have understood what kind of companies opt for what ways to manage SAP. Next thing that we have to understand is implementation methodologies. We have four ways to implement SAP depending upon the version of SAP, depending upon the way to manage whether on-premise or cloud. So the four methodologies are SAP methodologies, Activate methodology, Grow with SAP, and Rise with SAP. Let me repeat it again. SAP methodology, Activate methodology, Grow with SAP, and Rise with SAP. Within this, ASAP and Activate are for on-premise, and Grow and Rise are for cloud. Now, let me further bifurcate on-premise systems. On-premise systems are bifurcated into ECC and S/4HANA. The implementation methodology for ECC is ASAP, that is Accelerated SAP method. And the way to implement S/4HANA is Activate methodology. Again, let me further bifurcate ECC system. ECC system of SAP can further be bifurcated into EHP6 or above and below EHP6. The ECC system can also be termed as Generation 1 software, and the S4 HANA system can be termed as Generation 2 software. The current version of SAP S4 HANA is 2023, and S4 HANA is a successor of ECC system. Before 2023, we also had 2022, 2021, and 2020, 1909 as different versions of SAP S4 HANA. But you have to remember that current version is 2023. That's all about on-premise system. So from on-premise, we have understood large companies which have their own business processes, industry-specific business processes, which follow standard business processes that are provided by SAP, along with customized solutions. Those companies opt for on-premise. And we also understood within on-premise we have ECC and S4HANA systems. The way to implement ECC is ASAP. The way to implement S4HANA is Activate. Within ECC, we have two categories: EHP6 and above, and below EHP6. We also came to know ECC it can be termed as Generation 1 software. Coming to S4HANA, the current version of S4HANA is 2023. Before this, we have 2022, 2021, 2020, 1909. And this is called Generation 2, which is the successor of SAP ECC system. That's all about the on-premise system. Now let's move towards the cloud systems. So within cloud, as we already understood, there are two ways to manage, that is the public cloud and private cloud. We also understood public cloud is opted by small and mid-sized companies, private cloud is opted by large companies. If you want to go with public cloud, you have two options: either go with Grow with SAP methodology or Rise with SAP methodology. If you go with Grow with SAP methodology in public cloud, you will have limited options to make customization. But if you go Rise with SAP in public cloud, you have somewhat more option to customize your business processes. But if you go With rise with SAP and private cloud, this is equivalent to on-premise system wherein you have more options to customize. And furthermore, along with SAP platform, you also get BTP platform, which allows you easy customization, wherein you do not need much technical skills to customize your solution because it is based on no code or very less code concept. In short, we can tell that cloud version is generation 3 software. So with this, we have completed and we have gathered much more information about SAP. We understood what is SAP, which country is it originated from, how it can be managed, which companies opt to manage what ways to SAP, what are the implementation methodologies when you are in ECC, when you are in S4HANA, what is the implementation methodology where you are on cloud, what benefits or drawbacks are there with on-premise or with cloud, and within cloud, in public cloud and in private cloud, which version of SAP is called, which generation software, and what type of companies should opt or generally opt for what ways to manage SAP. So this is all that I had planned to discuss today, which we have covered. I am closing day 11 over here and we'll meet again tomorrow. Thank you.